Hello and welcome to another edition of the Arkansas Football Recruiting Report. I am Hayden Herrera, joining you as always alongside Otis Kirk. Otis, great to see you. And Otis, we have a guest this week. This is Micah Gamble. He is a three-star running back from Fordyce, Arkansas, in class of 2027, all-state, all-conference selection. Micah, great to be here. You were recently up in Fayetteville for Junior Day, so just tell us what was that experience like? I don't know if you get to Fayetteville often, but what was it like here this weekend?
I mean, it was nice up there at Fayetteville. I can tell they was trying to change the program around. It was nice. And then they actually been trying to be all in and trying to actually build relationships with the recruits.
Yeah, so since the hiring of Ryan Silverfield, would you say when that's kind of changed with your recruiting? Was the other staff looking at you or other in-state guys around you?
Well, not really. Not really. They wasn't looking at us, but I like how Ron Silverfield and the coaching staff making it a priority to try to get the kids in Arkansas because we have talent in Arkansas too.
Tell us about your last football season. I was watching some of your highlights on your Twitter account, and you were blowing past guys. I think I saw you had a 98-yard run at one point. I mean, that one was special. What was this past season like for you?
I mean, it was nice because you know what I'm saying. Got to play with my brother for his last year, and then I'm close with a lot of the seniors on the team. So it was fun having that ride and doing something special with the team like that.
Awesome. Otis, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just what was the highlight of yesterday's visit? I know you got to do. Did you go to the basketball game, and what else? What were some of the highlights? I'm sure that seeing the crowd was one, but what you tell me?
The highlights of the visit was having those one-on-one talks with Coach Silverfield and Coach Yak Johnson. It was like they was trying to actually get to know me, knowing what I like to do, know what I'm saying, knowing what I don't like to do, stuff like that, pretty much.
Coach, those coaches offered you since they got here. You didn't have an offense offer, if I'm not mistaken, but prior to that, what did it mean to get that offer from Arkansas? Being your in-state school, being from Fordyce,
Yes,
what did that
sir.
mean to you to get that offer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It meant a lot getting that offer because, like, I grew up watching them, you know what I'm saying? And I was always dreaming, you know what I'm saying, of playing with them. And now that I got the offer, you know what I mean? It's just a blessing having an offer like that from an in-state school like Arkansas.
Yeah. What were some of the other schools that have offered you? I mean, what are some of the other schools that have offered you?
Minnesota, I think North Texas, and then you got Georgia State, UCA, and A State.
What are you wanting to play running back in college, right?
Yes,
Because I
sir.
know you're capable of playing DB too, but I mean, you want to be what is Coach Silverfield and Coach Johnson, everybody like it, and it's you at running back, man. What do you do well is what I'm asking.
Oh, what do I do well?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what I do well, I try to make people miss. Like, I'm not gonna, and I'm trying not to let one person tackle me all the time, because if you let one person tackle you, that means you're not going to get the ball like that. Because I mean, your job is to make one person miss. Like two, okay, three, okay, but my job as a running back is to make one person miss. If I can't do that, I can't call myself a running back.
Just what's your impressions of those two guys? I mean, because I haven't met Coach Johnson. We had Coach Silverfield at his introductory press conference. What's your impressions of those guys, especially Silverfield?
Yes, sir. My first impression of them was they're family oriented. They care about their family a lot, and they look at us, our players, look at us players as family too. Try to get to know us. Know what I mean? They look at us as family. They're family oriented.
When he came in here, he got hired on Sunday, and he got here, and then that Monday, he flipped four kids in Arkansas that had not been Razorbacks. Did that catch your attention?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I know of some of those people, and I was like, whoa! I didn't think he was gonna flip them like that quick in a span of time. So I was like, it had a big impression on me because that shows how the coach must be and how they respect Coach Silverfield and their position coaches.
Yesterday, did you have much interaction with any of the other prospects that was here on campus?
Uh, no, well, I had I was talking to Josiah Steen. Yeah, he
Mhm.
seemed like he liked it there. You know what I mean? He yeah. It's really the only one I got to talk to.
Okay. Uh, how do you feel like what's your goals for your senior season down at Fordyce, man? What's some of your plans
Well, some of my plans is
or
to
goals, I guess? Sorry.
yes, sir. One of my goals is to have 1,500 yards on the season, and to make running the ball easier on my O linemen because we have a lot of senior O linemen leaving this year, and that's gonna put a big, you know what I'm saying, toll on their body and a big a lot of pressure on the O line. But I want to take some of that pressure off the O linemen, you know what I'm saying?
I know you've got 7-on-7 practice today when we finally let you do it, but what how does 7-on-7 help Micah Gamble?
7-on-7 helps me by like, you know what I'm saying, catching the ball because now running backs don't just run the ball, they catch the ball too. They run routes, they get in the slot too. So it helps me, you know what I'm saying, with hand-eye coordination and not just being a one-way back, being a two-way back and being more presentable and being better recruited for the coaching.
Do you have a timetable for when you might make a decision?
No, sir, not really. I'm just trying to see how like what the coach is doing if they try to keep connected with me, you know what I'm saying? Really trying to get the whole feel of recruitment, trying to enjoy the process.
Are you going to try to get back? Are you going to try to get back up to Arkansas for spring football practice or two, or maybe the spring game or something, whatever?
Yes, sir, God willing. God willing. I'm gonna try to get back up to the Fayetteville.
Okay. Hit me up with your dates down at Fordyce on your spring practices and stuff. I'd like to come down and maybe connect with you down there. Just you know, the going out of state or staying closer to home is either one. I mean, is are you opposed to going out of state or not necessarily out of state, but a long way from home?
No, sir, I just want to go somewhere where I can play ball, show my talents on the highest level I can.
Okay. Hayden, that's probably what I've got. We've got a couple.
Micah, I mean, what does it mean for you to represent Fordyce? You know, a lot of these schools, or these towns in Arkansas, have great pride especially when it comes to high school football.
Yes, sir. What it means to represent my town, I mean, we're a very football oriented town, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on Fridays, everybody's out there, everybody, and it's great representing them to show them that I appreciate them and that I'm gonna go and represent them on a higher level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. College football has changed so much in the last few years now, in the NIL era and all of that. Have you had the chance to talk to anybody that has gone kind of through this recruiting process already, and have they been able to give you any advice?
No, sir, not really, but I've seen and watched YouTube stories about it, and it's hard because people are trying to chase money and where they already got some money where they at, and then they end up with no money, trying to be too greedy instead of just playing and waiting your turn and showing your talents.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a crazy world. It seems like it's kind of changing with new rules and new regulations every week, every month. But we wish you all the best of luck, Micah Gamble. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Go show out at 7-on-7 practice, man.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back here on the Arkansas Football Recruiting Report. Otis, Kirk, and I just got the opportunity to chat with Micah Gamble. Great interview from Fordyce, Arkansas. He was up here for Junior Day in Fayetteville, Arkansas, hosting several talented prospects. And Otis, you've got more on that. It was a busy weekend for the Arkansas staff.
Yeah, I've confirmed about 20, 25 visitors were here this weekend. There may have been more. Those are just the ones I've got. I mean, including basically maybe not everybody in Arkansas, but I'd say 95% of the kids in Arkansas, the top players in the senior or in the junior class, 27 class, most of them were here. 2, 4. But they do have an official visitor this weekend, Jay Lynn from Hutchinson Community College. He's originally from North Little Rock, played edge at North Little Rock. He played edge at Hutchinson, and he had a really good season up there, and he's on an official visit here, 6'7", 240, 245, depending on which roster you look at, but got good size, obviously, and from the same school as Quincy Rhodes. And then Lucas Pasenti, an offensive tackle or offensive lineman from Temple, committed to Arkansas. He was walking on at Temple. He's going to be a preferred walk on here, but he's 6'6", 300, and he has gone. And I've got a story on Hogville, Pig Trail Nation, about his commitment to Arkansas. But he's originally from Ashton, Garnett Valley in Pennsylvania. I have no idea where that's at. I don't know if I've ever been to Pennsylvania, but anyway, he's from Ashton, Garnett Valley in Pennsylvania. He'll have 3 years of eligibility. And by the way, DeLynn Allen also will have 3 years of eligibility at his next school. West Virginia offered him this week too. I was hoping we might have heard something from DeLynn by the time we came on the show today, but I haven't yet, and so he may be going back to Hutchinson or wherever. But if he signs or commits to Arkansas, he'll be here in the summer, and so he's not somebody who would come in right now. That's past, but Allen would be coming in the summer, as would the kid from Temple.
Okay. Well, hey, if you ever do get a chance to go to Pennsylvania, I recommend Valley Forge. If you're a historical fan, get to see the battlefields, all that. So good stuff, and good good stuff on the Arkansas Junior Day. A lot of things to keep up on, and as we monitor throughout spring football practice. Otis will be here before you know it.
You bet. I'm ready for spring football and ready for the ice and snow to be a thing of the past. But it could be worse. But yeah, it's anxious to see some good football, any football, And after been quite a while without much, and the portal beat me down a little bit, but I'm back to it. No, I mean, it got hectic at times, and other times it was pretty slow. It was just in between. It seemed like when they got somebody, they got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 a day, and then they wouldn't get but one maybe, and then there'd be another one spaced out. So it was spaced out. But the good thing is there was just one portal opening, and so it's passed. They came up just a little over. And by the way, if Allen does choose Arkansas, the defensive end, he would be the fourth junior college in this class. So they signed a cornerback, a defensive tackle who we had on here last week, I believe, or the week before, and then cornerback and a safety, and the defensive tackle nose guard that we had on here last week, Antonio Sando Bascom. So that would be 2 defensive backs and 2 defensive linemen, edge and defensive tackle. So they've had a defensive theme to their recruiting, Hayden, and they've recruited offensive players too. I mean, they've got some very good offensive players, but they've had a really good defensive theme to the class, and they needed it, and they went through with it, and looking forward to seeing it.
All right. Otis, thank you as always for joining us. Our thanks to Micah Gamble as well for joining us earlier in the show. This has been the Arkansas Football Recruiting Report. We'll see you next time.